You ever realize what your pet peeve in life is? People wasting your time. Especially work people wasting your time. Yes, I'm annoyed. I'm a bit stressed. But do you know what? It's the best time for me to make it. So, I'm a plumber, like most of you guys know. You go to a job, you speak to someone, you have an interview, they tell you about a position, they say all the blah blah blahs, all the blah blah blahs, right? Show you around all the gizmo gazmos, all the good stuff. What make you think, what's going on here? And what is going on here is nonsense. And it's nonsense which they want you to sort out, right? So you ask the relative questions for the time. When they don't give you the answers, what makes sense, like, oh, if you've got a default, why don't you send it back to the manufacturer, and then way you can get all of these changed instead of changing them once at a time? Because it's a frequent problem which happens with you. Because when I get to sites or when I go places, I ask about the jobs which are the problems. I get that out the way from the beginning. Because if you're not willing to be upfront and to be clear and to be how I need you to be to work with you, which is clear, I can't do it. I'm not doing it. It doesn't make sense. I see some telltale signs sometimes with some people, when it comes to like how they're explaining the job. Oh no, but we don't do that. But you're supposed to. Why don't you? Oh, it's something we don't do. Okay, so what are you maintaining then? Or what are you looking after? Or what are you actually doing? Because I've asked you about a job spec and you told me it was very vague. Oh, I've only got a bit. It's only this. Red flag number one. Don't waste your time with these people, There's so many of them within what I do for work, I mean, I'm sniffing them out like a police dog. I could hear them on the phone, shakiness on the phone. Well, I haven't got a spec today, but if you just could I email you something? Why do you not have something and you're contacting me? This is what just blows my mind sometimes. And people think that you won't give them a blazing for wasting your time. This is time within life what you can't get back. You could do something else. But no, I'm here talking to this one about this. When he knows this isn't ever really going to happen. So what are you getting out of it? This is what I don't understand. When I was speaking to this gentleman, he kept on asking me about my social media. How are you going to do your job when you do your social media? I said, do we work at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 7 o'clock? No, we don't. There's no overtime. You've just told me that. You said overtime really, if not never, happens. So why would you ask me about something I'm doing outside? It starts to bear on the mind of like, you're weird. I just say it how it is. Those people are weird. And I've had that person say that to me and I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I've explained to you what times I do social media, but that has nothing to do with my job because I don't do it in the times which I'm working. What's the answer then? The answer is nothing because people are weird. That's the only thing I've got to say about them. They're weird. Just the way they probe other people about their own life. But really, it's a deflection to take time off of the day because it's all time wasting. It's nothing progressive. There's so many people I've spoke to in the past. So many. And I could just tell you're on nonsense. I lock them off my phone. I block them instantly. After we get off the phone, I block them. Because I haven't got time for you reappearing, telling me, oh, I'm sorry about that thing what happened before. And, like on this contract or on this thing, we're doing a lot better and we're doing this and we're doing that. Really? Don't piss me off, man. Anyway, forgot to tell you guys to like and subscribe. Look, my stuff's moving about. Subscribe, like, share it. Right? Just remember that, people, because with me, I just give the reality. I'm not bothered about a backlash off of somebody. I've realised at this point, I've got a business. I can run my own business. I can do work through there. But having a 9 to 5 makes life easier. Yes, you have to deal with the average fool of course. You have to deal with people who are uneducated at jobs sometimes, and people who are institutionalized in the way they think, because I met them as well. Yeah? I met someone who told me on a job that having a triple MSTS is not higher than having an AP. So all you lot know, I used to work in a hospital. I don't like to talk bad about people sometimes, but when I'm in this mood, I have to say it how it is. And how it is it's like hitting a brick wall. You're never going to tell them people something. They know best. And we're not even from the same generation. That's the maddest thing. The maddest thing is the last time they picked up a book is when their partner told them, read this. Other than that, they don't read anything. And that's a fact. Asked them, what's the last thing you read? What's the last magazine you read which was on something to do with your trade or something like that? Or something to do with your training? What was the last thing you read? They couldn't tell you. They couldn't, because they're not interested, and they're not on this side of self-knowledge in themselves or bettering themselves in any way. They think their way is the right way and that the rest of it is the highway, which is nonsense, obviously. We're all in this thing together, and if you're going to work, you've got to work alongside people, but definitely understand who those people are, yeah, before you start working with them, because those people will cause you so much stress, so much annoyance. You can hear how stressed I am at in this first 6 minutes of this video. Yeah? It annoyed me. It got underneath my skin, because this person understands that I know about contracts, right? So if you tell me the contract's up for tender, but it must have been up before because it has a limit. Again, Google could tell you this. You don't need to ask Alibaba or anybody. You need to ask yourself. Do you have a contract on your phone and it ran out and they wouldn't tell you? They just turn it off. No, they want more money from you. You want more money from them. It's a money situation. It might not be working. I asked them when I was on the site, what's your relationship like with the people who are on the site, who run the site or whatever, the managers, whatever? Oh, really good relationship, really get along. I see something when I was there was someone called him to come over and he had to rush and go and do it. And if they can see you talking to someone on an interview and they still pull you off and stuff like that, they're not respecting what you're doing right now, are they? Because if you're in the middle of something, respectfully, conversation, talking about something, going through whatever you're going through, it doesn't look good when you say, oh, come here, like, I need you. Oh, what is it? Da-da. Anyway, that would show me with my eyes closed that organisation isn't that person's strong point. We're working with so many people that have no skills for this type of work. And I'm seeing it through and through, man. And I'm kind of sick of it as well. I'm sick of it and I don't know what to do, man. I don't know if I need to start a Facebook group just calling out these people that do this type of stuff and then they get put on a blacklist. List of those people not to mess with. And they have to stay on that list for the rest of their life. It doesn't matter if you do better now. You've wasted people's time. And probably before me, you've wasted a lot of other people's time. I get passionate about it because these men would stop you from eating an M&S. These men would stop me from going Sexy Fish, Nobu, Hakazans, Mayfair. I'm not willing to give up that lifestyle for you. I got a few restaurants I want to go to. And I'm dead serious. None of these people are getting in the way of the things what I want in life. I've kept on saying that these people are the reason why the industry's fucked. You got a bunch of people that ain't got a clue. Don't know. They don't know a valve from an isolation. They don't know a valve when they see one. There is no competency from them, no technical ability. Their technical ability doesn't go further than your own once you understand what you're here to do. I've been in the industry 21 years and I've worked at a lot of different places, and I've seen this from account manager to, you know, head of facilities. Ain't got a fucking foggiest. Building management and all of that type of sector when it comes to work. I swear to God. Some people, you just think to yourself, what are you alright? Are you alright? That's what you want to say. But you always got to be professional and keep it calm with these people, because they will say that you're bullying them. The way you was talking to them was very aggressive. Be clear. Speak with cadence. Speak slowly. But when you see these red flags, run. Run like Hussein Bolt. Get out of there. Because they're only going to get worse. These people have no understanding of business. Neither do they have an understanding or a caring for you. Because you seem like just a number to them. So that's why I always make sure that I've got a few numbers up my sleeve. Do you get it? I ain't ever giving up my little work. My little jug when we do on the work and all that. My little content. Not giving it up, mate. Can't. Because if I was relying on you guys just to get money and you guys just to get by, you wouldn't take responsibility for the stupid things that you do. And they are stupid because we're all adults now. None of this is kids' business. None of these people are under the age of 25, 22, 23, 24, where you oftenly make mistakes. They're not. They're adults. So you know what you're capable of, and you know what this will do to somebody else. This somebody else being me, waiting about for a job. And this is why I say never put these eggs into one basket, man. Your basket needs to be full as hell. It needs to be brimming. People need to be calling you, asking, yeah, could you come? Please, I need you to come for a day. Listen, I don't know if it's for me, because when I spoke to you, I told you this price and now you've told me another price. You're messing me around and I ain't even there. You better get it right, because the price what I told you before, if I told you that I want £350 a day, now I want £400, 450, because I think that you're going to mess me around. And we can't guarantee that, and I can't stick to your word, because your word doesn't mean anything, because you're willing to break your promises or the things which you keep to. Communication, yeah, is just having respect for each other. Right? Just look at it like that. Once these people communicate with you on a level which you do not communicate with them, there's no respect. The respect is going there. Oh, sorry, I forgot to call you back. I was busy. You told me that you don't do no overtime. You told me that work finishes at 4 o'clock. So what do you mean you're busy? This is why, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm onto people too much, but the other time I feel that these people deserve it. They deserve what they get. You have to understand that life is forgiving, yeah? But people don't have to be forgiven when they've felt like they've been done wrong. And it might just be a little thing. It might be, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours of your time. That's 3 or 4 hours of your life. You could have been kissing your girl in the back seat. Do you get it? Like, there's so many things you could have done, but this person decided to do this and waste your time. I ain't got time for time wasters. Neither has anybody else. So this is a video about them time wasters on the job. And specifically people that make you go for interviews and let you feel like there's something inside it. Because we've all been there. We've all been to interviews and felt like, you know what, this could be the job for me. I could really spread my wings here. I could really get settled. But I can't be settled around people who act like that. Who don't tell the truth. Who expect me to tell the truth, but they don't. It doesn't make sense. We're all adults. When do you start telling the truth or being honest? When you're not at work. Okay, cool. I don't wish to know you when you're not at work. So I'm never going to find out that. Am I? I made a video the other day, yeah, about Your strongest tool is your contacts in your phone. It's not a joke. I don't rely on too many people, so I don't try and get riled up too many times. But sometimes when they do, because I have something planned in place, we have something agreed, so let's get to the final nitty gritty, which is always money. So I leave that to the end. And when we discuss money, you tell me you're going to get back to me, but you long it out. Look, to hit me up with the excuse about the tender on the track, on the contracts up for tender and all that, that's all nonsense. Who knows if it is or if it isn't? I would never know because I don't work there. How would he prove that to me? Do you get it? So all I know is that this has just been a string along. It's been a good way for me to make a little bit of content just to remind you guys that in 2025, even coming to the end of the year, people are still, going through that little motion of, if they've tried me, I'm going to fuck about and they're going to find out. Yeah, we are. We're still in that era. We're in an era of people haven't got time for your bollocks, your nonsense. There's enough going on. Do you get it? You got to stress with your girl. We haven't got time to be stressing with man about job. That's nonsense. That's why people just keep it chipping and people be like, nah, this ain't for me. You can't always be deterred on this mission when you're trying to get somewhere. You have to know that you're going to meet these types of characters. They're like Simpsons characters. Do you get it? They play some type of bozo. And I've spoke about work bozos before. They are work bozos who are managers. There's no help. There is no help. I can only say my advice, which I should always take myself, which is when you get those inclements or those ideas to think something's not right with this person, leave them alone. Don't even tell them why. Just cut ties with it. Just say something's not sitting with me about you, and I go with my gut feeling instead of this hypothetical moment what you've tried to make up and try to phallicize it into something what you feel that I would want as a job. I just want a normal regular job. But I don't think that exists nowadays. You've got so many of these characters, man. Just beware, innit? Beware. Stay subscribed. And I'm going to keep dropping bombs on these types of work bozos because that's what they deserve. I'm out.